urgent. You can do that. Hi, everyone. My name is Tanya, and I'd like to welcome you to our free monthly webinar. Uh, Today's topic is building business with social media. And we'd like to thank our sponsor, Center for Rural Affairs. They've provided a video to explain what they can kind of help you with. They are a free resource in the state of Nebraska. And so I highly encourage you to reach out to Nikki after and just see maybe how they can help your business. But I'll just take a peek at this video here. Let me turn up the volume. So highly encourage you to go visit cfra.org for more info, or you can reach out to Nikki as well. And we'd like to highlight our featured sponsor of the month of August, which is Phelps County Development Corporation. They kind of service around the Holdridge area. And so definitely if you're in Phelps County, this is another great resource to get in contact with. And then we'd like to highlight our featured member for the month of August, which is Loup Valley Shopper. And they've been a member with us since 2021. And then today's presenters are Rhonda and Valerie with V2 Marketing. And so I'm going to just let them take it away and share their knowledge with us. So Rhonda and Valerie, you free to take it away.
All right. Thank you, Tanya. We'll go ahead and get our screen shared and get started. We're excited to have everybody participating with us today. All right. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. Valerie?
Okay. Tell you a little bit about V2 graphics and marketing. I guess about myself. We'll start with me. I've been a graphic designer for more than 25 years, with emphasis in marketing and helping local and small businesses just get their message out. And yeah, my career, I started as a graphic designer, and I'm married. I live in Henderson. I've got 2 sons and 2 cats.
All right. And I am Rhonda Velaba. I am the public relations marketing specialist for V2 Graphics and Marketing. I have 15 plus years in the nonprofit industry. I worked at multiple Chamber of Commerces, both large and small, helping businesses with growth and development, as well as community collaboration. I have a business management degree from UNK. And as of yesterday, my family has returned back to school. My husband's in education, and then I have 2 children, 9th grader and a 6th grader. So I'm back to my one and only coworker during the day, which is Willow, not necessarily Valerie, because she is not in my home office. Willow, my golden doodle, we are in Fairmont, and as Valerie mentioned, she is in Henderson. So we are both Nebraska natives and really in close to our hometowns where we were born and raised.
Okay, now a little bit about V2. We call it V2 because it's the second version. It's an update for your business, and it was an update for us. After many years as a graphic artist and a marketing director, I decided it was time to do something different. And so in January of 2019, I had a high-end jewelry designer contact me and say, can you help me with my marketing? Whew, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a try and see how it works. And it was very successful. She has grown by leaps and bounds, and so has V2.
We joined Grow Nebraska earlier this year. We attended Marketech earlier in February and have really appreciated the professional development that Grow Nebraska offers, as well as the networking opportunities that they offer. So I'm sure all of you have really enjoyed your membership with the organization. And we just want to thank Grow Nebraska today for allowing us this presentation and to just share a little bit about our industry and see if we can help you.
Okay. First things first, we'd like to know what your industry is. Some of the things that we talk about will be different depending on what industry you're in. If you are in real estate or looking at political ads, anything that is more governed and has more rules, then that would be a special ad category. And we'd just like to know if anybody falls in that.
As social media managers, we do not work with any one industry. We actually work with a lot of industries. So we approach things, we're not the expert in your industry, but we approach it from a consumer standpoint. So we feel like we can always help the business owners figure out what works best for their social media. So we love to see what you are posting here. Some of the industries you're a part of, we'll try to include that in some of our examples. So if you haven't already used a chat box, please do and list your industry in it. Okay, little bit about social media platforms. I'm not going to go over these numbers in detail, but this is just an overview and a good idea of how many people are on social media daily, weekly, and monthly. I mean, here we see billion, 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 million. It is amazing how much time people spend on social media, both personally and professionally. So if you can even capture a tiny percentage of that attention and reach those individuals, it can have a huge impact on your business. We at V2 specialize in Facebook, Instagram, and Google. We have managed Pinterest in the past for a client. It really depends on what works best for your industry and your audience and where you want to show up and what is the best platform for you to show up on.
At the bare minimum, definitely get on Facebook and get on Google. Those are still the top dogs among the social media world. Okay. When it comes to what do you post, it's really hard. You sit down at the keyboard and it's like, what do people want to see? What do I need to tell people? The biggest things, growing your know, like, and trust. The more people know your business, the more comfortable they're going to be doing business with you. A lot of consumers now like to be very educated. They want to know what you have and how much it is before they even walk in your door. It's great to showcase your staff, your location, products, or services that you have, and that just goes along with growing that know, like, and trust.
And you want to be top of mind to your current customers and to those who are not your current customer. You want them to think of you first. You want to be the experts in their minds. So when they decide they need your product or service, they're coming to you, and you can use social media in order to be top of mind to your future and current customers. We have a little bit of a delay going through our slideshow, so thank you for being patient as we do it. So we are going to dive right into 9 types of content to post. So now would be a good time to grab a piece of paper and a pen and jot down notes as we go through these. And we'll probably go through them kind of quickly. This most likely will not take a full hour. So we hope at the end of the presentation, you've got time before 1 o'clock to sit down and develop some post ideas for your business so that you can walk away today and say, okay, I've got some new ideas here that I can create content and post for my business. I'm assuming most of you have been doing this for some time, and maybe you're just kind of feeling burned out or feel like you have no creative juices left to create content. So here's what these ideas will help you. Will hopefully help you come up with some new ideas. And we're going to go through each of these 9 types of content to post one by one, and hopefully help you create some new ideas for your business page.
Okay, inspirational and encouragement. We all need it. We all like it. We all like to share it. Share messages that speak to you, to the values of your business, messages that'll resonate with your customers. I see, I said here, you've got a personal motto, let people know. Mine is, if not now, when? Give credit to the author. If you use a quote, it's always good. Yeah, and thank the people that are helping you, your customers, the people that are saying good things about you. You want to make sure to give them some acknowledgement as well.
You can create that positive vibe, and by doing this, it can make your followers feel good and associate your brand with positivity. So there's reason behind it versus just having a fun, positive quote on your page. It can build that. They will think of that positivity when thinking about your brand in the future. Does it feel like the entire Zoom is like on hold when we do that? Sorry, we just have a really slow progression with our slideshow today. Another topic you can post about is obviously your products and services. Now, this seems the most obvious, and this may be the topic that you probably could get in a rut in and just constantly post about what your product is, product, but you do it in a creative way. People do want to know what you have to offer before they shop with you. It can be a bit intimidating going into a new location, new store, new business, if you're not aware of what they're actually offering. So utilize your social media to share those products and services that you offer. You can do it by product photos. You could do it by showing displays. You could do it kind of in an indirect sale by, for example, this picture of a salon. You just put out all your products. They're nice and organized. They look pretty. It could be a photo that said, we just restocked. Look how beautiful and full our shelves look. That will help them become familiar with what you offer. It gives them an idea of where to find it in your store. It can tell them, come now because we have it in stock. So there can be all kinds of messages that go along with it that you don't necessarily have to say. It'll be indirect. For a service-based business or offer, you could do before and after. For example, this landscaping business. It's a great way to show what something looked like beforehand. I'm not going to criticize this landscaper's before product, but she hired a landscaper, and look at this beautiful after photo that we were able to capture and post for this business and show really the service that they can provide in a short time, in a timely manner, and what they can offer customers. You can utilize the captions to explain your product and service. But again, sometimes you don't even have to be that direct. It can be a very indirect way of communicating what you have to offer. Something to consider if you work with national brands is they may offer social media kits with ready to post content. So look into that, ask about it, utilize that. You can still personalize it for your business, your location. But there could be a lot of resources out there at your fingertips, and you just have to utilize that and put it into place.
Okay. Give people a look behind the scenes. Show an area of your business that's not really seen. Really the only business that I don't encourage to do this is, like, we have a meat processor. We don't want to see how the sausage is made. Just show the final product. But things that you do, you giving your service, using your products, selling your products, shipping your products, things like that, the things that you do every day in your business, your customers are going to find interesting just because it's different than what they do every day.
This can also help showcase the energy of your business and kind of shows the magic behind the business that your audience is probably curious about and interested in seeing. So the image we have shown right here is kind of a behind the scenes, very candid photo that was taken at an assisted living facility. A staff member is actually walking by and happened to catch this image, and how, I mean, it's again, not staged, not photo prop. There's no editing to it. very candid photo that really shows kind of the behind the scenes care that is provided in that facility, and the relationships that are built between the residents and the animals in their location.
Okay, tools of the trade. What do you use in your business that other people don't? Like here, obviously, we're showing an eye doctor. This is specialized equipment that they use. Show off what you have invested into your company. And even if other people are offering the same thing, just acknowledging that you have it, it just brings it to people's attention and puts you above the others. Yeah, feature any specialized technology anywhere that you're growing. The more your customers know about what you do, just the more comfortable they're going to be to interact and do business with you.
Your tools may be very ordinary to you. Your day-to-day tools may be very ordinary, but to your customers, to your social media followers, it may be extraordinary to them. So don't overlook the mundane tasks that you do, because other people will be probably pretty fascinated by them. So explain some of the common stuff. And also it can put you in front of your competitors if you're the one that is explaining it first and showcasing those tips and tricks and tools that you use in your profession. Showcase your staff and your faculty, your facility. This may seem obvious, but creating content based on who works in your facility, even if it's just you, is really important. As our pro tip says, faces get a lot of likes and shares. So having photos on your Facebook, Instagram of you and your staff can go a really, really long way. So that can be a little bit intimidating. I know sometimes people cringe at the thought of posting pictures of themselves, but highlight who works there, introduce your staff, celebrate birthdays, celebrate anniversaries, work anniversaries. By doing so, you're putting a face to your business, and also it is a very warm and welcoming, you're creating that warm and welcoming atmosphere through your social media as to who works in your business place. So if you work with vendors at your business, tag them, show photos of them as well, introduce who they are and what they do for your business, how they help you. Any way you can show face photos on social media, we highly, highly recommend that.
Okay.
I know.
There we go. Reviews and testimonials. This is an important one. People want to do what they already see other people doing and enjoying. So let your customers sing your praises. Encourage them to get onto Google, Facebook, wherever your business is located online, and have them leave reviews for you. It creates a lot of credibility and trust, and it lets other people know what to expect when they're doing business with you. It leads to long-term relationships, repeat business. And yeah, don't be afraid to go out and ask for those reviews, because that's not something that people will just willingly do. But if you ask them, they absolutely will.
Most of the time, people are very genuine in their reviews, and this will probably kind of go back to what Todd asked about something negative possibly being said. Reviews can sometimes bring out the negativity, and the people will leave something negative to say about a business or a product. So what we encourage and suggest, and we always actually handle for our clients, is you need to respond. You need to respond to every review, whether positive or negative, and acknowledge the situation and ask that individual if it's a negative review and you don't want to go into detail on social media or Google about the incident. We suggest asking them to contact you offline, because you would like to handle the situation, you'd like to learn more about the situation, you'd like to remedy what happened. Create that, let people know you're going to handle it, but then your followers may not know in detail exactly how you handle it. Can you elaborate on that?
I would say, don't give the specifics. You know, just like you don't like being called out online, your customer doesn't either. And it was just a bad interaction, and it's best just to say, sorry you had this, you know, this negative experience, and that's not what we do. We want to make it better. Please contact us so we can remedy this for you. That just shows your other customers that are reading your reviews that you care and that you're going to give that level of customer service.
Yeah, we had a situation over the weekend. We had a client that had 3 negative reviews came in. They were hosting a special event, and a disgruntled teenage customer got on and left a negative review, and so did their buddies. And so, of course, you're just hearing one side of the story. The business, we responded in an appropriate manner on behalf of the business, and really encourage those individuals reach out to the business owner and manager. And again, we do that because we want to make sure if Joe Smith is going on and sees his negative reviews about this business he may visit in the future, he wants to, if he's reading that negative review, he wants to see how the business handled it. And if you do it appropriately, that can help you actually gain the trust of the individual versus turning them off entirely from a potentially negative situation somebody else had.
Yeah, so don't delete your negative reviews. Don't, you know, don't get down in the trenches with them. Just take it offline and let your customers see that you're doing that.
Yep, and bad reviews are going to happen, but majority of the time you're going to have some of your amazing, tried and true, biggest supporters come out as well and leave positive reviews, and then you can utilize that as content for social media. Take that comment, that post, and put it up on social media. One thing we will add is, for example, in the image, we did not use the person's first and last name. That might be one way to kind of keep it a little bit private. You could put initials, or you could just put, like this image, Steve H, and utilize their comments in that manner versus actually putting Valerie Neunenkamp as the individual who left the review.
All right, industry tips. You know more about what you do than most other people. So make yourself stand out as the industry expert. Give people tips, answer your most frequently asked questions. When people come into your business, what are they always asking? What is, you know, if there is something that is recurring over and over that you're hearing over and over, address that. You know, educate your customers on whatever it is that you do. A big thing, share how your product or service can solve a problem. You know, oh, I'm getting wrinkles on my face, I need red light therapy, or, you know, try to relate to people and show how you can solve a problem.
This can also help establish trust. If they see your brand being reliable, it can create that trust through your social media and in the industry and your business that you're running. Questions is another great area for content. And, you know, this could be, like we just mentioned, frequently asked questions, but this could be questions you're asking your audience that has nothing to do with your industry.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. So social media is intended to be social, create conversation. So you could ask a question. Really popular one recently was with the Olympics, such a national event going on. Questions such as, what event are you looking forward to? What athletes are you following? It could be something about back to school. You could pick topics that are relevant to current events. But to get your audience engaged in your social media accounts, but you may need to start out with very, very easy questions. If you don't have a very engaged audience, make it as easy as possible for them. Give them a yes, no question or a this or that question. Test the water first before you kind of develop something a little bit more in depth. So you do want to be careful that you're not asking questions like, what was your first car? Because a lot of times people will use their first car or their pet's name as a password. So try to avoid questions like that, but ask questions on your social media to try to get them engaged and involved on your page. And nostalgia is hot. Asking questions, like, for example, back to school, you could ask a question about, what was your first backpack like? Or around graduation time, a good question is, how large was your class, graduating class? Almost everybody can answer that question, and that is a very unique a lot of times people are pretty proud of their number. And so it's a fun thing to get people to answer. And then, like I said, a question that most people can answer. So you're going to increase the engagement by asking some easy questions and nostalgic questions.
Contests and giveaways. Now, these are a great way to drive engagement to your page. They are also a little bit risky at times. They can get people engaged in your post on your page, with your products. It just helps grow. You need to be very cautious when you do this, that you don't use words like giveaway or winner or win, because scammers and spammers do pick up on those words. And a lot of times they will, actually comment under somebody on your post and say, congratulations, you won, click this link. Obviously it's not legit. So you want to avoid that. If you find that you are having an issue with spammers and scammers, changing your visibility countries, your regions, may help with that. We had a lot of issues with getting messages saying your page is going to shut down, just all these scammers trying to get in, basically, and that took care of that, was just changing our viewership to a more restricted area.
If you are struggling for content images, for example, somebody says they work at a vet clinic, you could do a giveaway and say, post a picture of your recent vets, or the next time you visit our facility, and we'll give away a bag of dog food or something. So you can do that. If you do it as a giveaway or a contest, you could actually gain some content, because then you could utilize that photo. You could ask that individual, oh, I love that photo of you visiting our clinic. Can we use that in a future post? So you can utilize content, contests and giveaways to try to kind of bulk up your content marketing plan and strategy. So think of it that way too. How could you utilize your followers' responses and information as content going forward for your social media accounts?
There we go. Other popular ideas that make great content: jokes. People like jokes. They want to laugh. They're on social media to be entertained, not necessarily to buy products and stuff all the time. So make sure that you're not just selling. Events. If you've got community events that your business is maybe sponsoring, make sure that you let people know about that. Recipes, just for the fun of it. If you're into gardening, post some recipes with all these veggies that are coming out of your garden now, because chances are some of your customers might be too. When you sponsor or make a donation, make sure that you share that if you want to. Some people would rather take the humble road and not share that information. But if you are sponsoring a public community event, it's really good to let people know that you're community minded like that. Weird holidays. Today is National Relaxation Day. So hopefully you're kicked back wearing some pajamas right now and sipping some hot tea. But if not, post and let people know that they should be. Public service and safety announcements. That's just a good thing. It seems like this time of year, for many of my clients that have anything to do with automotive or farming or, really anything rural, I always make a post about watching blind intersections, tall crops, just being safe out there. And that's just a good thing to do too. Yeah, tag people in your community if you can. That just helps increase your reach. Yeah, create a calendar with all of the content to keep it all straight.
Yeah, so now that we've gone through the 9 different types of content, we highly suggest creating a calendar and rotate through those. Maybe you're not a jokester. Maybe you're not somebody walking around telling knock jokes and it doesn't feel natural for you to do that on your social media. Then don't worry about that. Skip over that. But maybe you someone are that you're known as a jokester. So include that into your business page because that helps develop that brand and awareness of who you are. So take these ideas and create a calendar. And you may be asking, how often should I post? It depends. It depends on who you are and what your intent is. For example, we just finished helping 2 county fairs with their marketing. We were posting almost daily for 8 weeks leading up to it. But then we have some clients that we only post 3 to 4 times a week. Again, it depends on what the purpose is and what the reasoning is behind it, and that will determine your schedule. But say you're posting 4 to 5 times a week, take these 9 ideas and cycle through them. You can even be as specific as taking the first idea, then the second idea, and going through that way so that over time you're offering a variety. Most likely people aren't going to pick up that you're then recycling those topics, new ideas, new content, but the topic, they may not necessarily pick up on that thing. Yeah, if you need something as specific as a calendar, print one out, utilize that, write that down, plan ahead, and then stick to that and just move forward that way with your content.
Just
That
make
can
sure
help.
it's a nice variety. So
Yes.
like I said, you don't always want to be selling.
No. Okay, let's get in a little bit about organic versus paid. Organic posting there's no cost to it. It's you hopping on your Facebook or Instagram right now, making a post, and it's showing up on your wall. It is seen by those who like your page or who currently follows your page. And it will show up on your business wall. Now, a paid ad, you set a budget for it and it is delivered to the demographic you choose. So it is going to those people who do not currently follow your page, who do not like your page, who have not liked it, not like you, but they haven't clicked like on your page yet. And it does not show on your business page. It is just out there as a sponsored ad.
Okay, a great thing to do when you are doing some advertising on Facebook is to create an audience. Figure out who your ideal customer is. For this example here, this was for a jewelry designer. And so we actually came up with actual customers. We created a customer. So we've got married Madison. She's, between the ages of 25 and 50. Ring ready Rebecca, because she's not engaged, but could be soon, maybe. So you want to advertise differently to those 2 women. And engaging Eric, obviously, he's ready to propose, he's in a relationship. Using Ads Manager, you can kind of zero down to that. You can search by income, you can search by, just different ways to find your exact ideal customer. Now, I will warn you, if you are selling cars, don't say people that are interested in cars. Because we're all interested in cars, we all drive cars. We probably don't all say on our Facebook interest that that's what we're interested in. Much like this, diamonds. It doesn't do very, very well to say, okay, we want people who are interested in diamonds. Well, lots of people are interested. They just don't necessarily specify that on their Facebook page. And so you want to keep it more broad so that you reach a better audience. All right. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a lookalike audience. This is very powerful. This takes, you can tell it where to pull from based on your website visitors, your Facebook followers, app users. You give Facebook a place to start. Here's your group of people. And then Facebook takes a look at that group, will analyze that audience to find other people that are very similar demographics, similar interests, similar online behavior. And this lookalike audience then is created and you can advertise directly to them. So it's really a great way to reach out to the people that are probably going to be interested in your business or your service. Yeah, you just reach more people that are probably going to engage.
And again, the lookalike audiences, if you're doing ads on social media. Now, a well-developed social media marketing plan includes both organic and paid ads. However, not everybody can afford the paid ads, and that's understandable. So make sure you develop your organic social media, because that's also what's going to create your trust, credibility to your audience. So if you can afford the ads, that would be the next step, to include that in your plan. But you also want to make sure you have organic and that you don't jump directly to just paid ads. We had a client actually reach out to us. They had little to no social media presence, and they just wanted to hop on and start doing ads. They did a lot of advertising in local newspapers and had inserts in the whole region. And they thought they could just get on social media and do the same thing. You can, but it's not going to build that credibility and trust if you don't have the organic piece behind it. Because if somebody clicks on your sponsored ad, you want them to go to your page and you want them to see pictures of your staff. You want them to see pictures of your storefronts if you have it. That's what's going to create that credibility of your business. So make sure you have both pieces of it.
And you don't have to spend a lot. Like advertising on Facebook and Instagram, they do it together. So you can hit both places with just one ad spend, and $25, $50 will reach several hundred. So it's well worth it.
And we have a client that every month spends a small amount, $50 every month, but we also have a client that for 1 to 2 weeks, they are putting in $600 towards something specific that they really want to boost and get out there. The price varies. It really depends on what your goal is, and how big of an audience you're trying to reach. So that is something that we help set up for all of our clients. So if it's something that you're ever questioning and you're worried about setting up for your own business, feel free to reach out to us and we can kind of help walk you through that and get to that appropriate audience for your business and whatever you're promoting.
Okay, stories and reels. They are a great way to reach your audience without actually showing up on their news feed. Stories are shown to your followers. They are a great way to share your everyday moments. They are visible for 24 hours, and they're archived through Meta. So reels are different because anyone can view those. They can include music, effects, and it's a great way to reach a new audience because they don't go just to the people who like your page.
Yeah, stories tend to be a little bit more unpolished. It's okay to just show up on a story and it be really raw, I guess you could say, and not fancy or not pretty. And it's kind of nice to know it's going to disappear after 24 hours. When we talk about reels, when you hear anything going viral, most likely it was a reel that went viral. If going viral is a strategy you look forward to, I just listened to a podcast this week about it, that I could absolutely drop in the chat what that was. I'll have to look it up, but what would you consider going viral? For this individual, it was 1 million views, but for some businesses, it could be just like 1,000, 2,000 views to go viral. But some strategies that you can try to achieve in order to get a bigger audience to see that. Okay, insights. I would say this is one of the biggest benefits of social media marketing because you have insights, real numbers in real time. So the amount of time you're spending on social media for your business, you can have immediate results of how it is working and going for you. So some insights that we pay close attention to is the reach. How many people are seeing the content that you're posting? The engagement piece of it. How many people are actually stopping on the post, looking at it, watching it? How many seconds are they watching your videos that you're actually creating? The link clicks and shares, those are huge to a business. You want people to click on your links and go to your website. That's one of the biggest probably goals a business owner has with social media, and you can tell that. In this example, this image off to the right, you can see the link clicks. They had 890 clicks to their website, and we constantly want to strive to have people visit your website to gain more information, to make that purchase. And also to share the content that you're posting. And social media tells you in real time how many people are actually sharing your content. You can also tell the reach from organic and paid. It breaks it down so you can see how your ad money is being spent and if it's actually being successful or not. And another thing that's amazing is your audience demographic. You can see exactly who is following your account as far as a breakdown of male versus female. You can see the ages your followers are. You can see location that they're from. And that can all help you in communicating on social media. Your audience that follows you may not necessarily be your ideal customer. It may not be your target customer, but you can utilize your audience to reach your customer. So what I mean by that is, an example we have is a client of ours is a hearing aid. She sells hearing aids and hearing aid specialists. Her ideal customer or her target market that she worked with most wasn't necessarily her audience, but her audience appeared to be the children of her ideal customer. So that was important to know because that meant the way we communicated to her social media audience would be different than selling directly or posting directly to who her ideal customer was. So all of you have information to these insights right now today. You can go to your Meta Business Suites and pull up all these numbers as to how things have been going through all the content that you've posted today, yesterday, a month. You can pick the time frame that you want to view that and see how those results are. So for this example that we have posted here, we selected 8 weeks, the amount of time that we were helping them promote their event, and we could pull all that data for them and show them the results of the content that was going up on their social media.
Okay, this is like my favorite topic. I get all fired up. Okay, look out for the spammers and the scammers. All right, if you're getting those messages that says your page has been disabled, no, it hasn't. Somebody's trying to get you to click a link so that they can take over your page. You need to protect your page so that that doesn't happen. One thing that I don't believe is mentioned on here, but I wish I could highlight for you, make sure you are not the only admin on your page. Have a backup admin, even if they never post, even if they, aren't, involved. You need to have another person that if you, for some reason, lose your Facebook account or get logged out of that page, someone else has the ability to add you back in.
And you want them to have full admin rights. There is a spot where you can toggle to give them full admin rights. And we've even had clients question adding us to this because it says, this person has the ability to delete your page. And they got scared by that. And we're like, we're not going to delete your page. No admin is going to go on and delete your page, but you want to give them those full rights so they have that access again. If something were to happen and you got kicked out or your personal page got shut down and you had limited access, they could help you get into it.
Yeah, because trying to get it back is nearly impossible if you do happen to lose that access and you're the only admin. Okay, going back to this page here. Let's see here. Is it really Facebook? Look at the messages that you're receiving either through Messenger, your email. A lot of times they will put Facebook or Meta in the name to make themselves sound official. It's not. We get these messages all the time, and we've never had a page disappear or.
We had a client yesterday. I haven't even told Valerie this yet, but we had a client yesterday that sent me a text saying, can you go look at my inbox? I have a message I'm not sure about. And it says the image looks like it's support, and it even says support, but then the name associated with it looks nothing like Facebook. But it says important warning from Meta, your Facebook page is scheduled for permanent deletion, blah, 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 blah. And it's scary because you worry about what if this is real, but further inspection, this is absolutely not a real threat. I handled it for her and said, just ignore it, you'll be okay.
Watch for the normal flags, grammatical errors, typos, mispronunciation or punctuation, that kind of thing. Let's be friends. Okay, so you get a comment on your post, you're all excited. Then all of a sudden somebody replies to that comment and is like, hey, I want to be your friend. That's another scammer, spammer trying to get in on your list. Don't don't let them. And hopefully if you do zero down your region that you're advertising to, that should take care of a lot of that as well. This one, I think people are getting wise to, is the old switcheroo. We saw this for a while. About 6 months ago, it seemed like, you know, hey, we're trying to find this injured dog's home. Please help us find this home. But you couldn't comment on it. You couldn't, you know, there was no way to interact or speak with the poster, with the original poster. And so, yeah, by the time somebody would share this, just trying to find this lost dog, then they go in and make it a rental or something for sale, or obviously not what the people thought they were going to be posting in the beginning.
I have thought, I just totally lost.
Oh,
This is important to know, not only for your business page, but just even your personal page. Like, being a good steward of social media is just being aware of all these concerns and reporting when you see posts like any of these. So if you're on your personal page scrolling through and you see some of these concerns, report it, click on it and mark this as a concern. One that we saw recently was about my father's health has taken a turn, and we put him into a long care facility and we're selling all of his stuff. We've now seen this happen 3 times, and people have lost their personal pages entirely to this post. It looks like Valerie's posting about her dad with 50 pictures selling all of his items, but when you click through them, it's like, wait a minute, her dad lives in Nebraska, but there's a palm tree in the background. Like, but they want you to share it, and before you know it, it's completely gone almost viral in shares, and it's like, no, none of this is true. So just be a good steward on social media, pay attention to those things, question before you share or be engaged in them, and report them so you can help kind of put a stop to it and keep other people safe. And as Valerie mentioned earlier in one of the slides about, you can change your default settings, and sometimes that can help you too. If you're not trying to be a worldwide business, you can change it to US only, or you may even be able to zone in more in your region. And that sometimes can kind of help prevent scammers, spam messages from happening on your accounts. Okay, so as we mentioned, we were hoping to get through this in 50 minutes or in under an hour, so that you had some time to kind of sketch out or draft out some ideas for social media content. So as we're wrapping up here, please utilize the chat box if you have any further questions for us. We at V2 Graphics and Marketing, we are, as we mentioned, social media managers. We have clients that we fully manage their social media from little to full management. We have some clients that they do some of the posting themselves and we just help them. We add to it. And then we have some that just like, here, take it. We want nothing to do with it. Take it for us and manage it. So if that's something you're interested in, we would gladly talk through it with you, but we also do graphic design work as well as additional marketing. So feel free to reach out if you have any interest in any of that. And then for today's, not only today's, but anybody watching this on replay as well, we have an offer we want to put out there that if you're interested in social media management, say you're walking away from this today and you still feel completely overwhelmed and no desire to do it on your own, which our goal is to help you so you can do it on your own. But if you don't want to, reach out to us. We have an offer for $100 ad credit. We will give you $100 in paid ads for any new social media client who starts by November. So if that's something over the next couple of weeks that you realize you want to explore, send us an email. We would be happy to talk through our monthly plans and put together a quote for you. And that we could have a conversation and just see if that could be the right fit for you.
I just saw this question pop up, and so I want to answer it really quick. New business owner, don't want to be a pest. How much is too much to post? Okay. Honestly, from my standpoint, I don't think you can post too much just because you post something. Like if I post something, that doesn't mean it's going to show up on Rhonda's wall when she's going through her Facebook. You know, unless we're best friends and she gets notified every time I post something, you're probably not going to see every single thing that a business posts. So it's good to, you know, just keep it mixed up and share your own posts on your own Facebook, on your own personal page. Forgot to mention that too. So I don't think you're going to be a pest. Um,
And invite your friends and family to follow your page. It may be, you may be a little feel intimidated to do that, but they are going to be your biggest supporters. So don't hesitate to click on that invite and invite your family and friends to follow your page. And we suggest even going through that quarterly and invite people to follow your page. They will help you grow it. And don't hesitate to ask them to share your content. They will probably willingly share it for you. That's one way to help a business and help them grow without even necessarily spending the money. That is an easy step they can do that they would probably be more than happy to help support you in that process and share your content for you to help grow that page for you, which will essentially turn into hopefully growing your business. That was a great question. So if anybody has any more, put them in the chat.
another.
No.
Just thank
That's
you.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you, Rhonda and Valerie for all the great info. And as I close up, I'll still keep the questions offer going. And so if we have any last minute questions for Rhonda and Valerie, please shoot them in the chat. I'll also make sure to include your limited time offer in the follow-up email if that's okay, with your guys' contact information. And then, yeah, but I'll just reshare my screen here. If you wanted to stop your sharing here.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, if you want to go out and like our Facebook page or Instagram page, we're V2 Graphics and Marketing. Give our page a like. Let us know what your page is, your social media accounts are. We will definitely give you a like as well as engage with your page and interact. We'd love to see what others are doing and would definitely support you and your business in that way.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and that's a great practice following the other local businesses. Local is going to be your biggest supporter. We definitely highly encourage that. So go give V2 a follow on any of the platforms they're on. I know I'm not on all, but yes.
Question there about business cards. This is the back of ours is seriously just our logo and our QR code.
Oh yeah,
Like,
so
we're
nice.
trying to keep it as simple as possible. This side has the picture and all that. But sorry, there's just a quick question there about business cards, how to make them different.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, Mitch, I don't recall what you said your industry is, but if there's something that you can do that relates to your business, if you're in construction, can you make it into a unique shape like a building or a hammer? Or at Market Tech, I actually received the tiniest business card. It was the most adorable, memorable business card. And I want to say she was a ghostwriter. And so it was just so memorable that it was this little tiny, and I don't even recall what information was on it, but I guarantee I can go look at my pile of information and I can find it for you. So think about somehow if it connects to your business or relates to your business, can you do something about the shape or the design or make it memorable or make it very simplistic? So people are like, oh, it's just a QR code. And so then it will lead you to the website to learn more information. So just try to think outside the box and do what feels right for your business and industry.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so our upcoming trainings, we have our next one September 4th with Get Customers, Market and Moments. That's with Maria Duran. She's been at Market Tech a few different times, and I believe we're going to have her come back again this next Market Tech. And so she goes over Google business, like Google tools that you can use. A lot of them are free. And there's so many out there, and she just knows all the tips and tricks. And so highly encourage you to hop on that webinar. And then on September 18th, which is a Wednesday, we have how to start selling an Amazon store part 2. On our on-demand trainings on our website, we have part 1, but this is a special session webinar. And so highly encourage, if you want to learn how to start selling on an Amazon store, to go back and watch part 1 so you can be prepared for part 2. And then here's a QR code to scan for our upcoming trainings. I've also sent a link in the chat if you like just the quick link to press it, but highly encourage you to just check out. We try to keep that as up to date as our trainings come through. And that's going to be the best place to know what trainings are being offered by Grow Nebraska. And then we have our Market Tech Conference. We ask that you save the date for March 25th and 26th. Our keynote this year is Chelsea Peets. She is a social media marketer. She's going to touch a lot on Instagram video content. And so we're very excited to have her come and join us. And so definitely just keep an eye out for information and speaker information as it comes out. And then Grow Nebraska has launched open office hours recently in the last couple of months. And so if you are not a member or even a Grow Nebraska Women's Business Center client, these are open to you. For non-members, you can come in and ask your questions about Grow Nebraska, maybe even Google, things of that nature. And then for our members, this is just an open office hour session. It doesn't, if you have just a simple question and you want to hop on and chat with Jody or I via Zoom, we are there to assist you. You do have to sign up for us to know to hop on. And so highly encourage you, if you're not a member, a Grow Nebraska Women's Business Center client and a Grow Nebraska member, to just take a look and see if you want to hop on our open office hours. And then highly encourage you to follow us on social media. Go follow all your local businesses, support them. Just because they're gonna, if they see you supporting them, they'll also support you, and you may have a connection that's made. And so highly encourage you to follow us and any businesses that are in your communities. And then lastly, we just ask that you leave us a Google review. If you'd like to just mention that you're on today's training, and we asked to just see if you could leave 2 to 3 sentences. I did also send that link in the chat if you would like to leave us a Google review. And then I said lastly, but this is our last slide, promise. We'd like to thank you for joining our training. We'd like to thank Rhonda and Valerie for being our presenters today. If you have any questions or training topics you'd like to see for next year, please reach out to me. My email is Tanya@Grow Nebraska, or you can give us a call at 308-338-3520. And then I'm going to stop sharing here. I think and we got that one question answered. So I don't see any other questions. So I hope everyone has a great rest of their afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tanya. Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.